You are looking at a 42-story building located at 524 East 72nd Street between York Avenue and the FDR Drive. Very synonymous with an accident that happened in 2006, the death of Cory Lidle, when unfortunately his plane collided with that building. And that's a small plane that Lidle was flying with his flight instructor, Tyler Stanger. It's a Cirrus SR-20. And this is on the map where the accident happened. Unfortunately, the plane was flying above the East River past the Queensboro Bridge. We're approaching here the Queensboro Bridge, so you have an idea of how it looks like. It's not a big bridge, relatively small. It connects Queens with Manhattan. Very narrow of a bridge running along the East River, as you will see here. Beautiful scenic bridge. And there you go. There's the city to the left. We're on the bridge now. So it was flying above the East River past the Queensboro Bridge towards what was restricted airspace. Long story short, what happened, what caused it, it was a strong wind from the east due to an incoming front caused the plane to be blown into the building as it was making a 180-degree turn. In addition to the deaths of Lidle and his co-pilot Stanger, 26 were injured in the accident. About half of them were New York City firefighters. And remember, this happened in 2006, right after, not too long after September 11th, and almost in a similarly eerie type of instance happened the same, and it happened on October 11th of 2006, and we are over the Queensboro Bridge here. The next day, the Yankees observed a moment of silence in Lidle's memory. He was a Yankee. He pitched, just about 9 years. 10 games over 500 type of a pitcher. Relatively quality pitcher, and he played for a few teams, but 9-year career. I remember, and being from New York, big Yankee fan. So the aircraft, it actually departed, and we're on our way. We could see where the building is located. We are on right now on the Upper East Side. So the aircraft departed from Teterboro Airport, which is in New Jersey, at 2:29. Lidle, he had planned to fly to Nashville, where he had a hotel room booked for the night, then to Dallas, Texas, and finally on to his home in California. That was the plan. Immediately before the crash, the radar measurements, it showed that Lidle's aircraft was flying at 112 miles per hour, 700 feet altitude, in the East River Corridor, an area which former officials say is a tricky area. It's a tricky area to fly due to its narrow width and its frequent congestion in that airspace. and you must receive air traffic control clearance to kind of proceed the boundaries of the corridor, or else you're going to have to make a sharp U-turn and return the way that you came from. So Lidle's plane flew north along the corridor almost to the end before executing a turn, and he hit the north face of the building along the river. So the plane hit the apartment owned by a doctor and his wife. They were seated in a room, in their living room pretty much when the plane crashed. They sustained, injuries and burns. Their housekeeper was also present and helped them escape. So you have a idea here. Look how close to the river the complex is. It's right there as I was making that turn. So the plane circled the Statue of Liberty before flying north up the East River and disappeared from the radar near the Queensboro Bridge. It was flying under visual flight rules and had attracted no special attention from any air traffic controllers, before the crash. Again, it just took a hard U-shaped turn before it hit the building, and that's some of the remnants of the plane. So Lidle gave an interview about a month earlier. He stated that he had been a pilot for, I believe, 7 months, had flown about 95 solo hours. And I remember when this crash happened, it garnered extra attention, again, because of superficial similarities to the September 11th attacks here in New York. From when this accident happened, the FBI quickly announced that there was no reason to suspect that crash was a act of terrorism. Unfortunately, it was just a horrible accident. Back then, LaGuardia, JFK, they didn't experience any delays from the crash. When business went around as usual. So, after an investigation by the NTSB, they determined that the pilot's inadequate planning, judgment, and airmanship and performance of the 180-degree turn maneuver inside of a limited turning space, and unfortunately caused the crash. However, the investigation was unable to determine who was actually behind the controls, whether it be Lidle or was it his flight instructor, Stanger, who was at the controls. The winds that day were 13 knots, 24 miles per hour, easterly winds that day. And this day when I shot this video, as you could tell, windy as well. And again, right near the East River. Such a tragedy. Such a tragic day. Such a nice human being by all accounts. Here is the news report from that day. I hope all is well.